Coaches, you guys, you are the keepers of our culture. You are the carriers of our vision. You are the owners of this ministry. And so I just want you to see yourself this way because you're going to be the ones that carry the torch down to your community leaders, which in turn goes to our life group leaders. And this is what we do. We get to see people get connected into community, and we are so excited about the fall, the things that are coming up here in these next few months. Man, we're just amped about what's coming up. And so we've got a lot of things here that we need to cover. So I wanted to shoot this quick video just really as a start to discussion, okay? So watch this video, and then if there's questions, if there are things, throw it in GroupMe, throw it in the text to me. I'm not expecting you to watch this and go, okay, I feel completely clear on that. If you have questions, man, let's use this as a point to discuss, and you will be getting a video like this every week because we've seen that just the need for communication is there, for better communication, something we're always working on, is growing better. And so I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your presence on this team. And so let's get started into this, look at what's coming up this fall, and then any questions that you have, shoot it back to me so we can move forward. The first thing I want to talk about is this, our Hope in the Dark groups. So Pastor Craig, he's already written the book, Hope in the Dark. It comes out this August, just here in a few weeks. Actually, the 11th, 12th, that weekend of August is whenever it'll be released. With this series, I have to tell you, I'm super jacked about it because I think it has the potential to be one of those times where we say this phrase right here. Everybody on the campus needs to be in a group for this series. The premise behind this book is that when we all go through those times where we're in the dark and we're looking for where are you at, God? What are you doing here? I don't necessarily like what you're doing here, but I'm trusting you anyway. I'm trying to trust you. I'm looking for that hope in the dark. And we've all been there. Every single one of us have been there. And so this is an easy way for us to say, you need to be in a group to discuss this. Every single person needs to be in it. So our goal is to have as many of our groups that we have that are currently meeting go through that series together. Craig is going to be making life group material. So this is super simple. It's literally Craig's going to lead your life group. So start that group and let him lead your group. It's super simple. We're going to try to convert as many of our groups that we currently have, but our goal is also to add 50 new groups. 50 new groups. And these are going to start out as 4-week groups, discussion groups, short-term groups, whatever you want to call them. They're going to start out as 4-week groups. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm asking everybody on staff. So if we're going to ask staff to do it, if we're going to ask other people to do it, I'm going to ask you to do it. If you at all have the margin, I'm going to ask you to start a group for 4 weeks. Commit to start a group for 4 weeks. And I'm also going to ask you in turn the same thing I'm going to make the ask as well for all of our community leaders, every single one of us, to just start a 4-week group. Mine's going to be a men's group that meets in the mornings once a week. And we're going to get together and discuss this. And we'll see what God can do with that as we move forward. But I'm going to ask you as a coach, if you have a group, convert it. If you're not currently leading a group, or if you say, hey, you know what, I could even step out and lead another group, lead one of these groups, because this is going to be one of those times where we look back and say, man, our campus grew and our community feel by that series. So that's coming up. We're going to be pushing hard towards this, gathering groups right now, gathering leaders right now, to where when August 11th, 12th comes out, whenever we start that series, we can pour people into those groups we've already got started. So 50 is our goal. We're going to shoot hard for it. We're going to drive hard for it. And we're all going to play a part in it. So help us push that in the lobby. If you're talking to somebody that you see that could be a great leader, let's talk to them, get them starting a group, but also yourself. I'm going to ask you, maybe it's you or somebody in your group that you currently have, step out and lead a new group. If you're not leading a group currently, you need to be leading the Hope in the Dark group. And we'll pass this down to our community leaders as well. So that's the big thing coming up. A couple quick things as we move forward business-wise. Workflow. Workflow is a new system we're going to. I think long-term it's going to be an incredible thing. I know right now we're kind of working out the kinks, especially coming from Trello and looking at how we transition to that. Listen, the direction is this. Whether you love it or hate it, learn to love it, because this is where we're going with it, and it's going to be great. It has the potential to be something incredible. So any questions that you have, let us know. We are working on having access. we're raising the question and we're getting some answers. We're trying to get this worked out to where whatever your community leaders are doing or not doing, you're able to see. Whatever notes they make on their cards, you're able to see, so that we can know exactly where we're going, so you can speak into that whenever they're having problems. We want to help you guys grow in your understanding of how this works. If you have any questions, shoot it our way. Let us know. Caroline is taking the lead on this as far as on staff, so find her, have a chat with her about the questions that you have about this, and we are working on you having access to all of your cards as well as your community leaders' cards. Okay, the things coming up, big events that's going to help us continue to grow in this season of life groups, the season of getting people in the community. Sisters is going to be October 8th. It's a Monday night. October 8th, ladies, we want you here on the lead in to be helping getting things set up, getting things ready. Bring your community leaders along with you to help with that. Now, when the night gets here, we want you here to where you're just enjoying the service. Guys, here's the thing. You need to be here. You need to be ready to help serve that night, to where we are as men serving the ladies of our campus, of our community, so they can enjoy this night. So October 8th, that's a long way out. Planning is already starting for that. So jump in your part where you can, to where we can make this the best sisters we've ever had. Wildlife, men, that's going to be 2 weeks after that. The tables will turn. This is going to be a men's event that is solid. Craig's going to teach on it. It's amazing. We didn't do the men's event that we were planning last fall. Man, we're super excited to be able to hit this hard and to really just get the men of our campus involved again. So that's October 22nd. It'll be kind of flip-flop. Ladies, we'll be asking you to step in and help that night, but men, leading up to it, this is our event. This is not a hosting event or a Life Kids event. This is a Life Groups event. So we want to make it incredible. And both of these have the potential to be huge catapults for us for our future. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this because I'm really excited about it. As we look at how we better communicate with you, how you better communicate with your spans of care, we see a need there to where right now we're not doing an incredible job. And it really comes down to just this funneling information in the right way. So the setup we have currently, which is we do our coaches meeting once a month, and then once a quarter we do our best to get everybody under the roof so that we can talk about this. It just doesn't seem to be something that's going to work. So we're going to try something. I know you've heard me say that before, but I really feel great about where this is going. Here's what we're thinking. I want to get your thoughts on it because I want you to know that I want you to feel good about it, and I also want you to be able to pass this down to be able to cast a vision to your teams. So on an average month, so let's say August coming up, here's what we're thinking. It would be great. First Sunday of the month, we do our coaches meeting. We meet, we go through some development stuff, and then we talk business, we talk about things we have coming up. Then following that, the second, third, and fourth Sundays of the month, one of the guys on our team, one of the girls on our team has their span of care come in and meet up face to face. It's just a once a month meeting. So, for instance, this is what it would look like. This is not set in stone. We'll have to work out whose dates work best with what. But let's say second week every month, it's Rockford and Kelly. You guys are bringing in, y'all pick a service, the time that works best for your span of care. You come together, you bring in your span of care in, and we go through some questions. We're talking about what's the content. So it would be, we're talking a little bit of business about things that are coming up, but also you're building relationships with them. And then if you wanted to take something like Craig's Leadership Podcast and go through it with your team, it's there. It's just a really good, easy way to say, let's once a month get together. Now, here's the cool thing about it. It's going to be some months where you say, hey, you have people on your team that say, look, I can't be there for that. Hey, catch the next one. This is still going to be better off than what we have going on right now. So it would be, this is just an example. We'll work out these. Rockford Kelly on the second week, Rob and Michelle on the third week, and then Lucio and Christy on the fourth week. Now, we can interchange those, but find out which would work best for you. And on a monthly basis, this is what our month would look like. So we're coming in on the first week, having our coaches meeting, and then we're funneling that information through those other meetings every month. And it just goes like clockwork to where we're meeting that face-to-face. That way when we have these quarterly meetups, they're more of a meetup where we can talk development, we can talk strategy, we can talk things and it's not so much hey, if we don't get everybody here, not everybody's going to be on the same page. So think about that. Let me know your questions. Let me know your thoughts. I know this is a 10-minute video. I appreciate your time. Look over this. Any of this you have questions on, let's talk about it. This was not meant to be where you understand it all. This was meant to be a start of a discussion. So watch this and let's talk about this. This is our July meeting. We had too much to talk about to not be able to do something like this. So watch this. Let me know your thoughts and let's roll with it. I love you guys. You guys are doing an incredible job and we're so ready to see what God does through this fall. Have a good day.